Hi, Panda Pirates. Um, me zero. First things first, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time for the quality of this video because the my I don't know where it is now. Ah, my camera cord decided to quit on me and it won't connect. So I am doing this once again off of my web screen, my web camera. So yeah. Uh, Again, I'm really sorry about that. Second, you might notice my hair is no longer bright and colorful because I'm auditioning for this monster of a musical called 9 to 5, and my hair has to be natural hair colors. Third, I would like to introduce you to the newest member of the Panda Pirate family. This is George. Hello. And Savannah bought him for me for my birthday. Say hi. Yeah, anyways. Sorry, that was mature. Um, okay, so I'll silliness aside. This video is probably gonna be semi-lengthy, pretty lengthy. I will do my best to make it as short as humanly possible, but I've gotten a few requests to do an exposure video, and so here it is. Alright, so obviously I'm zero, I'm 18 years old, and I'm sad. Well, I'm numb, I guess, because would be a better way to put it. Uh, and it all really started like 16 years ago when my mom walked out on me, my sister, and my dad, and I haven't heard from her since, so that kind of stuck. And at any point in time, please don't think I'm complaining because I'm not, because I know there's a lot of other people who have it so much worse. But in order for me to fully explain why I feel the way I do, I gotta give you just a little bit of insight into my past. I probably won't go too far into depth just because I won't. So my mom walked out on us. My dad married this woman named Kathy who neglected my sister and I, and I was abused in many different ways by her son DJ. And I've also been abused by the stepmother I have now. But I've also, she's been really sick lately too, with cancer. And she actually just had her surgery on Tuesday, and she's doing okay. But I was always told by not only my stepbrother at the time, but also the stepmom I have now, that it was my fault. Arlene, who is my birth mom, left. She didn't love me. She didn't want me. I was too much of a fuck up. I wasn't ever supposed to be born. And so I eventually started believing them. And then there was school. And, I used to get bullied a lot by this one person in particular. And I'm about to share with you, my greatest regret in life. This girl I used to go to school with, her name was Sunny. And her friends used to bully me to no end. Basically in every possible way you could think of. And this was back in Arizona. Okay. And when I moved to Texas, I messaged her and I asked her, why? Because I was told, confront your problems, confront your problems. And so I did. And Sunny and I ended up fighting. Uh, and there's this lake. Well, we both said some things we really shouldn't have said to each other. And she ended up blocking me. And I blocked her. And there's this lake in Arizona. It's called Lake Pleasant. And she was at a party with some friends. There was drinking going on. There was drugs. And the van, the Jeep she was in, crashed. 3 days later, Sunny died. And, I know it's silly to hold this, but I never apologized for what I had said to her. Because I didn't mean any of them. I didn't mean anything. And not a day goes by when I don't, think of that. So if there's one thing I could say to her now, it's I'm sorry. So basically my life has just been nothing but abandonment and abuse, and it sucks. Because I've never really had very many friends. And I don't really talk to people about how I feel, which is why this is so hard for me right now. And I know I'm probably not making much sense, but it's taking me weeks to create this video. Every night I would say I was going to do it, and I'd go to do it, and I couldn't. I don't talk about how I feel. But I feel like if I'm going to be any help to any of you guys, you got to know where I'm at in life. Things were bad, but they didn't turn to absolute crap until my summer between my sophomore and my junior year. At first everything was really good, but then everything just, I don't know, it was like everything exploded and my entire world just crumbled. And I lost it. I was having hard times at school, hard times at home. My best friend at the time had stopped talking to me for whatever reason. A good friend of mine died, which that tore me up. And just everything just sort of blew up all at once. And I started cutting. It wasn't bad at first, but things progressively got worse, and my stepmom had actually said to me, if you're gonna kill yourself, just go ahead and do it, because we're tired of your bullshit. So from there, it went from cutting to drugs, more cutting, burns, and even a few suicide attempts, one of which left me very sick. Well, not very sick, but sick. Actually, and this is a good example why you don't do sleeping pills, painkillers, and copious amounts of Monster energy drinks at the same damn time. I ended up with hypoglycemia, which, if you don't know what that is, it's the exact opposite of diabetes. So I have very, very low blood sugar, which makes it hard for me to breathe sometimes, and it can actually be pretty painful. Because every now and then, it'll feel like my chest is just kind of caving in on itself. So yeah, side effects of a failed suicide attempt. I've tried to kill myself at least 5 different times. Fortunately, I suck at dying. Um, and it just my family cared for a little while, and then I think they just kind of gave up. So, and like people at school found out because my friend Brittany noticed, and every day she would like point it out, and people would start to take notice of that. So I would get bullied for that, and eventually got so bad like I had to be pulled out of school, and I finished my high school career out as a homeschooler, which wasn't too bad because I have like really bad social anxiety, and for whatever reason the teachers loved to call on me, and it was terrible. um, Basically, I just at the end of the day, I just absolutely hate myself. I hate waking up. I spend most of my time asleep. I hate the person I see in the mirror. There's not a single thing that I can say I like about myself because I just have this overwhelming feel of just like self-hate and worthlessness. And I truly feel like I don't have much of a place. And I mean, it's getting better. It's gotten better. Um, I still struggle often with self-harm and suicidal tendencies. Friday through Sunday, I really don't wake up until 3 p.m. because I can't stand being awake. I can't stand consciously going through each day. And even when I have to, I am just in a complete interval daze, just a daze, so I wouldn't have to think or process what's going on around me. Because people don't notice, but I hear the whispers, and I notice the stares as I walk past people. And I don't want to have, I don't, I would rather not be aware than mess with it. And I know that's like a sucky way to go through life, but it it just doesn't seem worth the fight anymore. In fact, one night I called Jordan in absolute tears because I had completely given up and I wasn't gonna tell him anything was wrong. I just wanted to hear I wanted his voice to be the last voice I heard. But I hung up and he called me back immediately. And he talked to me. And most recently I was being cyber bullied by somebody who I thought was a friend of mine. And he was basically sending me all these different death threats, telling me he was gonna rape me and all this. Because I didn't answer a message right away because I was in class. And he was all confused afterwards why I didn't want to talk to him anymore. I don't know why I just told you that. I just, it's like I'm slowly giving up. And I was getting better, and now I'm just slowly getting worse. And I, there are very few people who actually know and have a good grasp as to what's going on. And I hate the way they look at me when they know I've done something. And I hate lying to my friends. But now I guess it's out here in the open. And I know my friends, the few I have, will be watching this video. And I just want to say I'm sorry. I've been hiding this and keeping this. But there it is. At times I can be very suicidal. The other night, things got really bad. And God, I ended up cutting my wrist pretty deep, and I took a handful of pills, and I went to bed, and I genuinely was hoping that I didn't wake up the next day. I obviously did because here I am, and I just I don't like who I am, and the thought of because I've talked to the majority of my subscribers, um, and just knowing that you guys feel the same way, you know, it hurts because I care about each and every one of you guys. I mean, our numbers may not be that big, but it doesn't matter to me. Like, everybody thinks I'm in this to become, like, famous or something. But that's really not the case. I do this because I want to help as best I can. And just please, I know how you feel. You feel worthless, broken. You feel like a mistake, a waste. You feel like nobody cares and nobody would notice if you were gone. But trust me, so many more people than you actually realize care about you, and nobody wants to see you go. And you're worth everything. You are worth so much. And everybody has a place in this world, including you. And I hope you can find it in you to believe me. We all face our troubles, but we're in this fight together. Once you hit that subscribe button, you immediately, we're gonna get through this together. That's all I can say about it. And I'm sorry you feel that way. You know, I have very, very low self-esteem, but over time, I've created my own image, my own person. I've created who I am. I've lived in a world where everybody's tried to contradict what I do, what I say, how I look. They didn't care about what I wanted. They didn't care how I felt about things. And I know a lot of us are in that same situation. But You have to, have to stick to what's in your heart, because at the end of the day, what's most important is your happiness. You know, one of the last things I said before I left the house, because my stepmom and I actually got into an argument over, you know, me wanting to do music and YouTube and the way I dress, the way I carry myself, the music I listen to. And, you know, at the end I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm such a disappointment to you. And she basically said I never would have wanted a daughter like you. I'm pretty sure I've been a disappointment to my parents ever since middle school. Just, but at the end of the day, you're not the people around you. You are you. I am not my parents. I am not the people around me. At the end of the day, I am zero. And I'm here to fight this fight with you. And I hope that you'll let me. Okay. I'm gonna stop rambling on now, and I'm gonna go. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm sorry if it didn't make much sense. I tried. I love each and every one of you so much. Just please, 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 please stay strong. Oh, shout out to a good friend of mine who wished to not have his name spoken. But he wanted me to bring up my nose because he apparently really likes my nose. I don't know. Is anything special about it? George says bye. Bye. Okay, you guys. I'm sorry, I think so too serious there. Stay strong, all of you. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, Panda Pirate.